What's up, people? BP here. Today, I wanted to talk to you about compound interest. Before I get into that, though, just wanted to make an announcement. Got another date from Bumble. About to go lay down the pipe. But before we go lay down the pipe, I got to meet her at the ice cream shop. So, anyways, we're going to meet for ice cream. And then date number 2, might go to the pool. It's going to be a great time. Anyways, so today I wanted to talk to you guys about compound interest. What is compound interest? I don't know if you guys are aware of how investments work or how business works. So I'm going to give you a small 2-minute lesson, even if this video goes on for about 5 minutes. But anyways, nonetheless, it's a short video on what compound interest is, so you guys can be more educated on how the world works. Okay, so back when I was 18 years old, I joined the Air Force. Okay, I went in as a logistician. They sat us down and they educated us on what compound interest is, and they showed us a chart of the TSP. And what the TSP is the Thrift Savings Plan. Now, back then, what the Air Force would do is if you invested $1 into the TSP, they would match you dollar for dollar. Okay, I don't know what the rate is nowadays. It could be something different. It could be the same. I don't know. But they showed us that if you invested this much money and you were to invest it into the TSP for 30 years or whatever, okay, or just 20 years, they showed us by the time that you retired, you would have over $1 million. Okay. And it was just a little bit of money. It was like, a Starbucks drink per day, type of thing. It was like $5 per day over the course of so many years. And they showed us how the interest would compound. Okay, so suppose you win the lottery, right? Suppose you win the lottery and it's $1 million, right? Let's assume they take out taxes and you've got, $1 million left over from the 1.5 that you won or whatever. I don't know. But regardless, you go to your friends and your family and you say, hey, what do I do with this money? Right? And your friends and family tell you, well, start a business. Well, did you know that I think it's over 50%, it's well over 50% of all businesses fail within the first 5 years. So it's kind of a gamble that's not in your favor, right? So why would you do that? I mean, you're better off just keeping it in the bank in a savings account. Okay, now instead of starting a business, you say no, I don't like that advice. So you go online, you search, and you find my video, right? My video says don't start a business, throw it in the bank. All right, and I'm reminded of a story from Matthew chapter 25, where Jesus told the servant, he said, why didn't you just put my money in the bank? All right. And it was a story of a king giving his money to 3 different servants. One went and traded and doubled his money. Another went and made some more interest on his money. And the third servant just went and buried the money. Okay, so, and the king said to him, he said, why didn't you just put my money in the bank? And I thought about that over the years. For years and years and years, I thought about that. And then I realized it was compound interest that he was talking about, because he said, because then I could have received my money with usury. All right, and that word usury is an old English term that means interest. So what the servant failed to do was properly invest the money he was given by the king. Okay, so suppose you win the lottery, you got $1 million after taxes. All right, you find my video. My video says put that shit in the bank. So what you do is you go find a local bank, probably the one you're using right now with your checking and savings account, and you ask for a certificate of deposit. Now, what is a certificate of deposit or a CD? Well, basically, it's saying, here's my money for a couple of years. I'm going to agree to 23 or 25 month CD or whatever. Keep it for 2 years. And then they're going to pay you interest on that money. And it's compound interest. Now, a lot of banks will offer CDs at a rate of like 3.5% or 4%, sometimes upwards to like 6%. It doesn't sound like much, right? 3%, 5%. Let's just assume that they pay you 4% on your $1 million. Well, guess what, man? Within the first year, you're going to make 40 grand, 40,000 bucks. You're like, well, that's not enough money to live on. Well, technically it is. Technically it is enough money to retire off of. What people don't understand is you could retire off of $1 million and $40,000 per year. And the reason is because if you don't have bills, like let's say you got rid of all your debts, right? You pay cash for a house, or you have, or you live with a friend, all right, and you're paying very little for, your monthly rent. The point is this: you can live off of 40K per year, and I think that's something that people don't understand. So you're automatically a millionaire just from that $1 million, and then you also have your yearly income of $40,000 without starting a business. And it's basically a guarantee. It's FDIC insured, which means if somebody was to hack into your account and steal your $1 million, you would be insured. So guess what? It's a win-win. So my point is this: don't always listen to your friends and family that are like, oh yeah, start a business, because not everybody is business savvy. And plus, over 50% of businesses fail within the first few years. Put that shit in the bank. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, because, oh yeah, you guys probably don't even know about compound interest. It's a very simple concept. But yeah, if you throw $1 million in the bank, you'll earn 40K per year for the rest of your life. Free money. This is how the rich stay rich. So anyways, I'm BP, signing out, man.